All right, we're back to it today, and we're gonna pull the glass out and then the regulator out of the inside of the door. And this may be a little tricky since our regulator does not hold the glass in place anymore. So we kinda gotta bring it where we need it, and hopefully it sticks. In the worst case, I could use my suction cup again and put it on here to hold the glass. But hopefully we can get it done. So first we wanna unclip the glass. So there's actually, it's held in the back here where it's just snapped in, and then in the front here there is actually a 10mm nut that squeezes on the window to hold it in place. So we need to unsnap it here, loosen that, and then we can take this seal here along the top off and get it out. So I'm trying to show you that as much as possible. So right here, actually in there, that's where we need to press on it. This is a little pin that comes from the back through, and we just press on it and then lift the window up while we're pressing there. Since our window and regulator here are loose and still connected together, if I just lift on the window as I'm pressing on it, the regulator will go with it, so this part will go with it. So I kind of need to get my hand in here and do all this and hopefully separate them that way. All right, so I held my hand in here like this, and you can see I'm under the edge of the window there, lifting the window up while I got my thumb here to press down. And with the camera, or with the hand that I'm holding the camera, I had a screwdriver and I pressed in there, and I was able to separate those two like that. And now you can see this little slot. That's where this pin was going into holding the window. Now we need to go over here, and this nut down there is the one that we need to loosen up. We don't need to take it completely off. We just need to loosen it up because the window is just clamped in there. So we gotta bring it up a little. Whoop, that was the wrong direction. All right, there it is. All right, so it's right in there. Use the ratchet with a 10mm. Alright, that should be enough. So now the window should be basically loose. Alright, so I got this one separated and I got this one separated. Now we need to take this seal here off and then pull the window up. So we're just pulling up on this. There we go. And I think now we should be able to get this out of here. There we go. And so here we got the window. So this is the back right there where the pin lock, that pin that we pushed, and up here that's where we clamp it with the bolt. Now we got the bolts holding the regulator, so we got the two basically guides here. So we definitely got one bolt here, and it looks like that we got one bolt from the bottom up. There's a plastic cover under there. I think we may have another bolt behind here, so we may have to take this piece off and another one. So two under here and then two up here, so we got to take this additional piece off. So I think the bolt is back in there. I can see it, I think, so we need to take this off. So these two, to get this out of the way. This one here. And then looking from the inside, there's a bolt going down. And down there's a bolt going down. And those are under here. Right there's a cap. And right there's a cap. So we gotta get these out. And then loosen all those bolts up. And then hopefully we can get this regulator out of here. All right, I just realized here we got actually 3 nuts holding this bracket, not just 2. Alright, this goes out of the way. Peel this off. And then it looks like here is one. Try not to drop the nuts down into the door. I mean, you can always find them again, fish them out, usually with a magnet, but still, it's best not to lose them. Now we need to see if we can get those on the bottom here. Alright, I just use a screwdriver, push in on the side a little bit to get those plugs out. Oops. And then we should be able to use the same size ratchet, I think, under here. Oh, can't even see it. Where is it? It seems like it's way up there. Looking up at the bright sky doesn't really help to see in here. Oh, that one fell down. So we gotta go find it again. Got this one. All right. Now, this kind of comes out of here somehow. There we go. There's one part. Here we got more. And now the front. All right. Yep. Well, here we got this thing. So this is all supposed to be one piece, all hooked together, the wires going around everything. But that is not quite the case here. So I gotta see if we possibly can repair this and reuse it, or if we need a new one. All right, I have an idea on how this is supposed to work. I kind of laid it out. So all these cables came off, and it looks like maybe we got something broken right here. And then right there we got a broken piece. So, but all of it comes together in here, and I would assume there's another pulley or wheel thing like this in there, and we need to reinstall these cables on there. So I gotta open that up so that we can hook this end back up inside of there. This end seems still hooked, but we need to hook that up and get the tension back on all those cables. These blue ones just kind of hook in there, like this one right there. And well, we'll see if we can get this all back on. I'm not sure if this will work, especially with this piece here. This piece is, the other piece is still stuck in there. This white piece right there. So if that will still work with that broken or not. So well, I'll just try. So I gotta see how to open up that gearbox and go from there. All right, so these 3 screws here seem to be a Torx, a T20, and that should separate this from the motor, and then we'll see. All right, okay, so this how that looks like. We can see this cable coming in and it's hooked right in there. I don't know, it's a little dark, but so there should be another one hooked up here somehow. Need to see, get this out and see if I can rehook that and wrap it around. I would assume they both need to be wrapped the same amount of times around this. And here, this piece, there we go. This is this broken off piece. This should actually be attached right there. So I'm not sure if that is the cause or what caused all this, but I can imagine that this is possibly the cause for the failure here. I know there's a company that makes a replacement part for this, but we don't have that today, so we'll just see if I can wrap it back around here and possibly make this work and go from there. Alright, got this one out. That's hooked right there. Interesting. It seems to jump from the first groove right into the third. I don't know that this is correct because that doesn't leave much for the other side. Alright, so I put it back into the first, wrapped it around the second, now I'm in the third. Then we got the other piece here, I would assume hooks there. But then that said, let's see, I don't have much to pull on here at all. That is odd. So I surely don't have enough hands to do all this. This right there is the one I think needs to go in more, but I'm not 100% positive. I can't really tell. There's something inside the broken off piece there. So it's hard to tell. This has a little more give. So overall it doesn't look too bad, but these two are not on there. So the question is, I think this holds too hard. I should be able. So over here I got the cable on the outside. Up there I got it on the outside, but over here I have it on the inside, and here the same thing. So but then there's this little guide here with a hole, same thing on the other pulley, and so I think I should be able to go in here and then turn this, and that would feed the cable on it. And at that time, while I'm doing this, it would compress this spring and that spring up here, but this spring up here is not going to compress anymore because that rusty piece there is not going to go in because there is not an opening there. So I think there may be an issue up here that I need to figure out first, and then it will just be a matter of getting those two on and we would be in business maybe. Okay, so this actually may be what it is, but I found out this end can go in farther and it actually can be screwed in. The problem is, so we got these little wings here, this thing right there. Okay, there's two of them. There's another one right here. Okay, so you can push this whole thing in here, and then you need to turn this clockwise. The problem is these little wings, they expand into those slots, and so you can just go a little itty bitty of a turn and then we're stuck. But we need to get in there and turn that further. But we can cut these off and that should not do anything to the function. This is probably more of an assembly issue, I don't know. But these can be cut off, and then we should be able to screw this in here more so we can gain more cable and then get these cables on all the way. Okay, I mean, we got nothing to lose here. It's already broken, so might as well. There's one. There's the other. There we go. Okay. Now, let's see how far we can get all this back together here. There we go. Now, we can grab that, push it in. I should have a shorter screwdriver so I could get around there, I guess. Let's try this with a shorter screwdriver. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. So yeah, now because I don't have those clicky things, I guess it comes back out. Maybe it will come back out anyway. This just wants to come right back. Interesting. Let's see. Got it in there. So that should give me some slack here. Or maybe I could do one already. Not enough hands, it seems like. All right, I need an extra hand, I think. Now push down on it. Okay, let go. Hold this piece here. Hold this piece, this black piece, this whole thing with 2 hands. No, this one piece. Yes, this with 2 hands. You're not holding it. Not this big clunk there, just this metal piece. There. Okay, thank you, goodbye. All right, we got it back together. It's pretty stiff now, so interesting. So these are at different height. These here are about the same, but I don't know if that is correct or not at this point. Let's see. Flip this over, we got all this in there. I mean, it looks all okay, but I thought it should be more. But I don't know, it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd. Maybe that's not how it is, but I think it is. Alright, so this one hit the bottom. This one did not. Let's go up and see. They both hit the top at the same time, which is probably what it needs to be. Also with the motor, I'm not sure what position the motor is in, but I don't think it really matters. It should spin continuous, and I just need to reprogram the window motor, I guess, by usually running it all the way down, running it all the way up, and so on. So I think that should be all right. So we gotta reattach the motor and see if it fits in there. So the motor is clocked. These two down here are closer together than these here, so this is the close distance. So that should fit. Where is it? Right on there. And we'll flip it back over and put our screws back in. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get it back in there. Okay. Better grab that nut that I dropped earlier. However, we can slide this back in. There we go. There. Okay. Actually, these are the bigger ones. Here we go. Let's bring that one. All right. I already slid it into the bottom. So now it's a matter of getting top aligned here. If I can. There's a harness stuck on it for the motor. There we go. Oops, did the motor flip over? I think my motor flipped over in there the wrong direction. That won't do any good. Okay, that won't work. Wonder if I can. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now let's bring this back. Now, I'm just looking at the marks from the top. As they've been in here so long, there's a mark that was basically left behind. So I can just go by that mark to realign this. Tighten it. And same thing here. Alright. Then up here, there is no real adjustment. It's just where it falls. Alright. So, we got this all on there. Now, peeling another one off there, that gives me access right now. So back here, I can't get access to that clamp, but I just push the window in there. Right here, I got access to that nut. So we should be able to basically set the window down in there. This is the front where we got the clamp with the nut, and this is where we just slide it in. So gotta go in here. Interesting. Where is it? It's further forward. So I need to slide in forward. There we go. That's more like it. There. So the back clicked in. Gotta see here where about. It's actually not too bad. So I think the front is in the right spot. I didn't really feel anything. So let's tighten this. I got a little play here, but I heard it click, and we should be pretty much up. And we're up at the top, so you can't close the window right now because we're too high up there. So now we got to see, attach the motor, and then we can try and see if this will run again. Lining up the 3 holes, and these are the screws, and that's a Torx T30. Now, I'm gonna plug in the motor. Ouch. Where is the plug? at the top of the motor. Probably would have been easier to plug it in earlier. Actually, it's not too bad, I think. Maybe it is. Can't see it. Seems like I got it right there. There we go. All right, and you can see the window indexed. I got lucky the sucker didn't run down all the way. All right, so if we look at this, okay, now it's down a little bit, so I could actually close it. Now, let's see if we can get all these wires a little bit out of the way. All right, that should do. It's got a little issue there. There we go. It had this issue before where it would retract and not want it to close. Which I guess could be a lubrication issue, even though this seems to be all pretty smooth. So it had this issue before too. And this could be related to this broken barrel, that the cable there gets just a little too much kink in it. Down, not an issue. There it goes up. Now I can't open the door because we still have the door handle issue. So I gotta go on the inside. I no longer have the door handle on the inside either. So what I gotta do is I gotta jump the two wires for the door handle switch, and that will well, should index the window and open the door latch. So I'm inside the car and I'm pushing a paper clip in on the back side of the plug where the wires go in, and there it went. Perfect. So all this good stuff kind of works. So I'm gonna feel in here real quick where that barrel is. That must be up here. All right, there's this little barrel, and it is kind of kinked. Let's see if I can get my hand in. It is coming this way here, but there's really not much to get it the other direction. So I'm not sure if that is really a big issue. Huh, interesting. And down here we got the bottom attachment. That's how it goes up. Down here we got the other bottom back in. And up here is where I tightened the clampy part. So we're still missing this here. And then obviously we got to put all the door back together. Got to put all these patches back on here. We're just using some spray adhesive to put those back on, and we want to basically cover all these holes here. Doesn't matter if we open them up or if they were opened up, we want to close them up, all of them. It helps with noise. I'm not sure if this door has a pressure sensor built in. I know the Model 3 has a pressure sensor inside the door, and if one of those holes is open, pressure can escape too easy and it will not function properly in case of an accident. So that's another reason to always put all these covers back on nice and tight. You could also use duct tape or something similar, so just something that really sticks and lasts. Is this a permanent fix? So this barrel's still basically being broken. Certainly is not good. If this was the cause of all of it, possible, What was the cause? I don't really know at this point. Car has 200,000 miles on it. That window probably went up and down, I don't know, thousands of times. And so some issues are to be expected. Probably best would be replacing the whole unit. I seen prices around $200 for a window regulator without the motor, about $300 for a window regulator with motor. I'm not positive what Tesla charges for it. This is just what I kind of seen online. Some of it was used, some of it was new. So at least they said it was new. So I'm not sure. For us, I know now how to do this. At this point it works. I'm gonna let it go and see how long it works. But if you want to make sure that it works, you obviously probably should go ahead and replace the whole regulator probably. Maybe even with the motor. This could be a motor issue here too, that the window stops. So, but it's not new, but it works for now. So I still have to check into the door handle situation, since our door handles don't extend, and as soon as I put the fuse in, it blows right away. So we have a short there somewhere. I was hoping to see this right in here. I was thinking that this window somehow hung up on a wire and shortened something out, but it does not look like that. So I will have to do diagnostics on that and go from there. For right now, I guess I leave the door open, because I may have to get back in here to do something on this door handle here, or the wiring in here. It could be in the other door as well. Don't know at this point. So we'll have to do some diagnostics there. Assembly is just reverse of this assembly, so it's no big deal. For now, we're going to leave the window alone, and we'll make another video on the diagnostics for the door handles. Hopefully it's something easy. Unfortunately, neither one of those things was as easy as I thought. I just thought the window was disengaged here on top on the regulator, and all I needed to do is tighten the nut up on the front and click this back in back here, but it wasn't that easy. And yeah, so we'll make another video on the diagnostics for the door handle fuse blown, since it kind of needs to work so you can get in and out of the back here. So all right, but for now, we'll end this video here about the window regulator. Please give us a thumbs up for this video. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the other videos we got coming. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.